Left, right, left, right. What better day to create a video for Valentine's Day than to do another part of Pikmin? Well, a ton of ways, of course. Yeah, I really couldn't come up with anything creative for Valentine's this year. Wish I could be creative more often, but what can you do? So, to all my female viewers, happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully your love interests are working out for you. I mean, back when I was a child, during school, I'm not sure how much of a thing it still is, but it was gender neutral back then. Regardless of the gender you are, you gave Valentine cards to both genders. I assume it is a thing, but like males giving other males Valentine's related gifts, it's definitely more like down upon nowadays than it was back when I was a child. And I too view Valentine's as kind of being something you give to the opposite gender. Unless, of course, you're homosexual. So, we will not be needing that many blues. I will not really be making use of the red Pikmin. I might need to bring a few more blues for that Puffy Blowhog. If it weren't for that, I would definitely bring out more. There's quite a bit of quite a bit of Bulbears out there. But that is exactly why I picked up some bombs. So they be as troublesome. Now if you can have 3 explosives on them quickly, you'll be able to kill them. Otherwise they'll just barely have enough health left. I don't want to have to sacrifice them like I would with like you would with white Pikmin. But I may have to resort to that once or twice. Let's just get past that Puffy Blowhog. Hopefully it won't get in the way. I'll leave that one alone since it's not as much in the way. If I leave it alone, it'll leave me alone. I mean, it's kind of an obvious thing to say about someone who's sleeping, but, you know, it's very unlikely that Pikmin will carry where that Bulbear is. So, rely taking care of. Let's bring these blues back here. I suppose I'll carry them to the onions. I know I've said multiple times that I love no need for more Pikmin, but you know, it's like, why not? It's not gonna be that time consuming. It's I may drop these. Bombs, drop them if I can. I don't know why sometimes you're able to get those Pikmin to drop bombs when you whistle them, and sometimes it doesn't work. Maybe you have to be right next to enemy for it to not work. I'll have to look it up one of these days. Yipes. Power of the C-stick shall not blow them away. That definitely could have been a lot worse. It is annoying how they just keep hovering back, making it difficult for them to have them get on the ground anyway. Now there's that Puppy Blow. Okay, I have to take care of. There's the part I skipped. I will get to that very shortly. For now, I'd like to focus on these enemies. That should be probably number one priority if you don't trust yourself with having to get past these enemies. I sure don't. The other day was just a fluke where I carried that third part on the same day as the other two parts. I'm not taking that chance again. So, at any rate, I would say no reason to not get some nectar. In fact, get some water, but it's kind of risky. Is that everyone? I do not use this view very much, and I especially do not use the closest camera can get to me. You really can't see jack crap, and other than to take a better look at the graphics, there's pretty much no reason to get that close to Olimar. I don't use the outer camera very much either, just because it's a bit difficult to see. This camera's about perfect for me. Why did you head backwards just to head straight to the onion? I just want to... You may as well get these corpses out of the way. So, let's get that part that we will need the yellows for. It's not just bombs which is the reason why I brought this out here. Now here's probably where you're going to want to use this point of view. I just much prefer to very much to see what is ahead of you in a 3D game. Gotta be very careful with the C-stick, otherwise it's incredibly tricky. Okay. If only I was facing this way, I would have had the Pikmin hug the wall instead of just falling down there. Oh, what's supposed to happen? That should be enough in there. Oh. You know, sometimes playing through the 6th generation games, or Game Boy Advance games for that matter, kind of reminds me of the days when I used to head to the original Nsider forums, you know, when I again played these games a lot. The original Nsider forums were indeed awesome for most of the years. For about the last year before it was closed down, before Nsider 2 was a thing. Yeah, let's take a look at what it says. But for the last year, it was a complete mess. It was full of rude people, full of trolls, full of just spammers as well. So when the original Nsider forums were closed down, a part of me was like, good riddance. I had this theory that the way that many of the Nsiders behaved was the reason why those forums shut down. That speculation is probably complete BS. But for a long time I kind of assumed that playing the part of why Nintendo forums shut down. The truth was probably shared long ago and I just didn't bother to check it out. I was kind of content with Nsider 2 the way it was. I'm not gonna need this many boosts out there. Let's bring about, yeah, that much. Nsider 2 forums, regardless of what you say, were improvements in many ways. For sake, you can even share friend codes on those forums, unlike the first Insiders. I mean, I get why they did that, but it still was such a waste opportunity. The people there are more intelligent. The forums, the topics there were much better than many topics from the last year. The first Insider was still around. I'm sure a lot of people who prefer the original Insider really need to take the nostalgia glasses off. Although, truth be told, I haven't been to those forums in a long time. I've pretty much lost interest in forums of some sort. The longer YouTube's been around, the more popular it's getting, the less interested I was in forums. I don't know. Forums just clearly aren't as big of a thing as they used to be. But anyways, this is the only time where you absolutely have to make use of these candy pop buds. Candy pop flowers, because you'll need to turn the blue Pikmin into yellows. Now, you need to be very careful here. I mean, if you do drop down with Pikmin, as long as you whistle them pretty much instantly, and you'll send them flying farther than the cursor says you're able to. But as long as you whistle them when they're drowning, you can pretty much trust they'll get out in time. There we go. And now you need to switch him back to the blue Pikmin once that part is down. Chronos reactor. So don't think you'll have to favor the yellows for long. You'll have the same amount of blues. Unless, of course, there are deaths on the way. Should have more than enough time. Okay. Is it gonna close if you don't throw in 10 Pikmin if you leave it that way for a certain amount of time? Doesn't seem to be the case. Sucks that they have to relief again, but meanwhile, there's a bunch of Pikmin to pluck at the onions. But, you know, obviously I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow anyway, so I'm just gonna leave them be. Just make sure that I won't miss any on the way. Nope. Just those few blue Pikmin that I only now make use of. So, another fine day of work. Only 1 or 2 deaths have occurred. So let us let them all out. It seems that if they're in for too long, it has happened a few times. You've seen in these videos that they'll, for some reason, turn back to leaf Pikmin. So you just have to take care of that armored cannon beetle. Need I say that that'll be a short part? Okay, actually, can I get that part back on time? If only they were leaf Pikmin. Well, it's gonna be like that other day. It's gonna be a really close call. Just be sure to whistle him. You could have too many Pikmin try to carry that part, and they'll end up getting left behind. Come on, come on, come on. This is gonna be... Oh, are you kidding me? It was right there. The game didn't count it. Well, seems like I'm gonna be picking them apart instantly the next day. Of course, that cinematic won't show that that part is right there. Well. Okay, whatever. It's gonna be all the same. It's the same couple days. Well, perhaps it's because many of those creatures devour the Pikmin. That's why it's different for you. $5.22. I just noticed. Huh. My YouTube numbers.